welcome to Focal Point. I'm Jenelle King.
And I'm Tirshatha Jeffrey.
This week our topic is
baptism and temptation. So Jen, this past week I was talking to a friend of mine who recently got baptized, and she was kind of lamenting about her life post-baptism because she kind of thought like, okay, she's gonna get baptized and she's gonna have this brand new lease on life and her life's gonna be so much better, and she thought that included not being tempted at all. Like, she really didn't expect to be tempted, and she says not only are the temptations from before giving her life to God coming back, but she's actually being bombarded with like other temptations that she didn't even know existed, like that she never would have contemplated ever. So I thought I'd tell you, and ask you if you have any advice that you can give to me so I could tell her about it.
Well, clearly baptism does not exempt anyone from temptation.
Clearly.
But I guess I can kind of see where she's coming from. In the Bible, people had encounters with Jesus and then he told them, go and sin no more.
Right.
Well, I guess baptism is an encounter with Jesus. So she might be thinking, after this, I won't be tempted. So that's why I won't sin anymore.
True.
But, clearly that's not true because even Jesus was tempted right after he was baptized.
That's true.
So, yeah.
That's so true. I don't know though. So if you're telling me that life before making the decision for God is filled with temptation, and then you make the decision for God and you take that step and get baptized, and then afterwards you still go through the same temptations, even worse and even more like bombardment than before, what's the point?
The point is baptism does not exempt anyone from temptation. However, even though we're tempted, God has promised that he will not allow us to go through more temptation than we're able to bear. And he provides a way of escape. In fact, 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, no temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability, but with the temptation he will also provide the way of escape that you may be able to endure it.
That's true. And there's an example in the Bible, a conversation that Jesus was having with his disciples, and he's telling them, y'all think that you're going through stuff like that's ridiculous now? Wait till I'm gone. Yeah. Wait till I've gone back to heaven. It's going to be so much worse. You guys are going to go through so much worse. But he didn't leave it there. He wasn't like Debbie Downer and then just like, haha, and left them. He told them that he was going to send the Holy Spirit as a comforter. Yeah. So the Holy Spirit would help them to get through everything that they were going to be able to do. So we see that although, yes, went through a period of time, or we're going to go through periods of times that are just hard and we have a lot of temptations just coming at us, the Holy Spirit is there 2,000 years later to comfort us, just like he was there to comfort the disciples.
And it's a really amazing thing that Jesus came. He came and he was baptized, and that started his ministry. Baptism, for some of us, that's the start of a whole new lease on life and a whole new experience with God. And he was also tempted. He endured the temptation, and it also shows us that through his power, we too can endure temptation. So Jesus just proved fully that he is the greatest example that we will ever have.
It's so true. And that brings us to our 3 focal points. Y'all know how we do. Focal point number 1, baptism does not exempt anyone from temptation, not even Jesus.
Focal point number 2, you will never ever be tempted above what you can bear. God will always provide a way of escape.
And focal point number 3, Jesus is the perfect example.
So TJ, so far we've spoken about Jesus' coming, we've spoken about his baptism, we've spoken about his temptations. By now people might be wondering, who's this Jesus?
Who dat?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Next week we're gonna tackle this topic. Our topic for next week is
Who is Jesus?
Contact us via Facebook and Instagram at The God Stop, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.